It is hard to see Jack struggling. No owner likes to see their animal in pain, and he knows that he can't run around. It is hard to watch.
To have to consider going through another surgery, that is absolutely harrowing.
Come on then, good girl. I know you want to play ball, don't you?
One of Scott's nurses, Sam, is enjoying a day off with her 4 dogs.
Jack, careful.
Among them is 9-year-old Jack, who's caused Sam plenty of heartache over the years.
Oh, I know you want to play ball, but you can't run around.
Jack's unfortunately had to have 7 major orthopaedic surgeries in the 9 years that I've had him. So he's had 3 hip operations in one hip, he's had another hip replacement in the other hip, he's had cruciate surgery, he's had spine problems and also a plate put in one elbow.
Careful.
He's actually a bit of an inspiration, really, because I look at him and just think he's gone through so much. Nothing phases him. He's always wagging his tail. Everyone he meets absolutely loves him. And when you're having a bad day, just think, well, he's got a lot more on his plate than I do.
Jack, come here.
Jack's medical bills have cost more than £30,000 already. But now the Labrador has yet another issue.
There's obviously something wrong with Jack's left hind leg, and that has progressed to him being completely lame at times. So I am quite concerned that there is something quite seriously wrong.
Good boy. Don't want you running around hurting yourself.
Sam will soon be taking Jack in to see Scott, and she's dreading the diagnosis.
Because Jack is a 9-year-old dog, I am worried about putting him through an anaesthetic at this age.
I'm tired. No.
Jack means the absolute world to me. I've had him since he was 10 weeks old, and he's grown up with me, and he's a massive part of my life, and I couldn't imagine him not being here. Really, I would be heartbroken if anything happened to him.
Come on.
So, it's the bionic dog. Hi, mate.
He is my bionic dog.
Oh, dear. Oh, no. I just think it's so gorgeous that he still is just such a friendly chap in the vet clinic to the vet after everything he's been through. It's extraordinary.
You're a good boy, aren't you?
It's always upsetting when a member of staff, which feel like family, come in with their animals. Should we get you in and have a look at you, hey? So when Sam walks in yet again with Jack, and Jack has a new issue that we need to deal with, of course, straight away I feel for Sam. So I can see immediately there, Sam, that he is not evening up his back leg. So he's taking all the weight on the right leg, and the left leg is taking virtually none. You can just see how easy it is to move that foot and not that one.
Immediately, Scott suspects that Jack has ruptured another cruciate ligament.
Okay, so I'm going to do something called a cranial draw. It basically just sees if the cruciate ligament, that major ligament running through the joint and keeping the 2 parts of the leg in alignment. So let's just see. Unfortunately, I can see that there's an abnormality and that there is movement, and there shouldn't be. It should be solid and stable.
So has his cruciate completely ruptured or going that way?
I think it's very likely that's the case.
Oh, Mr. Jack. So another surgery? Another surgery.
Another surgery. Yeah. It's a real shame. It's a real shame. And one thing we obviously have to address, Sam, is the fact that these surgeries have happened every year for a lot of years. But now what we've got is a nearly 10-year-old dog.
Yeah.
And that's a concern. It's a massive concern. Anaesthetics in older dogs are always problematic, and yes, he's been through them over and over again, but that also is yet another thing to be a little concerned about.
I know.
So...
And recovery time gets longer, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to break a leg and have a hip replacement when you're 20, but when you're a grandmother that's just fallen down the stairs, it's a different thing, and he is like an old granddad now.
I just really didn't want him to have another surgery. But equally, I know I obviously can't leave him like this, and he is in discomfort. And I don't want him to just live on pain relief and just hopefully get by. We have to do what's best for him, don't we?
Yeah.
Jack will now be referred to specialist orthopaedic surgeon Michael Hamilton.
To have to consider going through another surgery, that is absolutely harrowing. But she's such a brave girl, she's such a dedicated girl, and she's got a big heart. So Jack is an incredibly lucky dog to have such an amazing mum like Sam.
Good boy. This way. Good boy. Go to the vets. Yeah, good boy.
Near Marlow, Buckinghamshire,
Hello, Sam.
Hello.
Sam has brought 9-year-old Jack in to see
Good to meet you.
orthopaedic surgeon Michael
How do you do? How
Hampton.
do you do? And this is infamous Jack. Hello, my
Lovely
friend.
Jack.
How you doing? Come on,
Isn't
then.
it? Come on.
Yes, follow me.
Good
There you go.
boy.
I'll follow you. There you go.
Thank
That's fine. Right. Okay.
It is hard to see Jack struggling. No owner likes to see their animal in pain, and he knows that he can't run around. It is hard to watch. Good boy. Good boy.
Oh yeah. See that finger moving forwards?
Yeah,
Look at that. Very unstable.
a lot, isn't it?
That should not do that. That is one ruptured cruciate ligament. Oh, he may also have damaged his meniscus, the little shock absorber.
The meniscus is a piece of cartilage that cushions the knee joint. When the knee's unstable, it can be damaged or torn.
And in people describe a really sharp, stabbing kind of pain in your knee. I think that's what he's got. So he's putting a very brave face in it, but the fact that he's as limpy as he is on that leg, I think it's because he's painful. We're going to do a thing called a TPLO, which stands for tibial plateau leveling osteotomy. In a normal knee, the cruciate ligament is a big cable that holds the bones in that position, but now that's snapped, the bones are doing this. So we're going to make that slope flat, so now when he stands on his leg, there's no hill. It's a bit like if you stand on an icy hill, you'll skid down the hill, and the steeper the hill, the quicker you skid. But if you stand on an ice rink, it's still icy, you don't go anywhere, unless someone gives you a push. I would normally say that these dogs will make a full recovery, and that's a pretty bold statement as an orthopaedic surgeon, but the vast majority of them do. He's never going to win gold medals, put it that way, but we can definitely get this knee as good as it's going to be.
Sam now needs to say goodbye to Jack. Michael will be taking him straight into the operating theatre.
Still love me, don't you? Make you better. I do feel a bit nervous about the surgery, as with any of the surgeries. There's always risks and things could go wrong, but I just really hope all goes well.
There we go. All right, you're all right. Yes, you're all right. Oh, thank you.
So the first part of the procedure is to get inside the knee joint. Right, I'm just going to crack on now. And actually look at the cruciate ligament or what's left of it, and also to check the meniscus, the shock absorber. Because if he's got a torn meniscus and we miss it, he's going to stay lame. So we're going to push this in here, and see that white thing? That there is part of his shock absorber, which is torn. So that is a torn meniscus. If we didn't check that meniscus and left that torn bit in, no matter what we do with stabilising the knee, he'd still be sore, which would be a failure.
With the fragments of the torn meniscus removed, Michael can now start stabilising Jack's knee.
Right, ready?
Yeah.
Go. And what we're going to do now is the nuts and bolts of the procedure. We're going to actually make the top of the tibia, which at the moment is on a slope, we're going to make a cut in the bone, and we're going to move it such that it's flat, and we're going to stabilise it in that new position with a plate and screws. Power screw driving. Makes you feel like you work for McLaren. This is the last screw going in. Beautiful. So the plate is in. So we're just closing them up now.
Outside, Jack's owner Sam is waiting for news. She's been Scott's vet nurse for 3 years, but right now, that's not helping.
This is Jack's 8th surgery, and just because he's got through other anaesthetics doesn't mean that this one's going to go completely to plan. So I know what to expect, but it doesn't stop me worrying. I just can't wait to see him, know he's okay, and just get him home and give him lots of love and cuddles.
That test that we did before, with this finger moving forwards, we do the same test now. Rock solid, stable. So a bit of added pressure, given that it's a friend's nurse's dog. I guess she's a friend as well now. All looks good, feels good. I'm happy. Look, Jack, someone here to see you.
Jack.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
There you go. Hello, Mum. It all went really well. His meniscus was torn, as we suspected. His knee is stable, the plate positioning is good.
Well, we're very pleased that his His 8th surgery has all gone well, and look, you're gonna be normal again. Jack is just everything to me. I love him to pieces, so it's a huge relief to know that everything's gone well and that he's coming home with me.
I reckon this is what he's after.
Food.
Give him some of that. Which is...
Mr. Jack, what's this?
Jack, look.
Oh, yummy.
Oh, yes, I'm a Labrador.
Look at
that, wow.
He's like half asleep. He definitely seems like he's back to normal Jack self, eating so soon after coming around from his anaesthetic that he's already got his nose straight into a bowl of food. That you've got it all over your nose.
The healing powers of a bowl of food. We usually keep them overnight, but because his mum's a vet nurse, he's going to go home and recover with her.
But the hard work is just about to start for Sam. Jack will have to put up with being confined to a cage for the next few weeks, with only short daily walks allowed.
Such a nice dog, aren't you? That's your lot, I think. All right, mate.
Giving me
Get well soon. Don't get fat. Get well soon, and I'll see you in 6 weeks. Lovely. Okay, right. All the best.
Come on, guys. Come on, Team Geriatric. Here we go. Have you ever seen two wonky dogs?
No.
And 2 months after the surgery to repair Jack's ruptured cruciate ligament, the Labrador is back to his normal, happy self, enjoying a stroll in the sun with Scott's Border Terrier Betty.
Look at you two, eh? The king and queen of the wonky dogs.
Last year, Betty survived spinal surgery. And just like Jack, she's also bounced back.
Good girl, Betty. Good running. Ah.
It's lovely to see them both happy, both recovered, as well as they can do from their ordeals and the surgeries that they've had to have. Jack, come on!
Jack, come on. Well done.
Good boy.
Not bad.
Betty and Jack have done so well and come on so far from where they were that it's definitely been really worth it.
Well, he is walking just so well, isn't he?
Oh, I think so. I think he's done really well.
Yeah, he's putting his weight nicely between, well, all the legs,
Jack.
considering all the legs are a bit problematic.
I know.
And I just think what's so sweet about him is that he's eternally happy. And it just shows that it's worth everything you've been through, I think.
I think so. Yeah, it's not been easy at points at all, but then when you see him happy, running around and being a normal dog, it's lovely to see.
I think what dogs remind us is that you just need to live in the moment and enjoy each day. And both my and Sam's dogs have been through the ringer, and we could have chosen to finish it there, but we pushed through, hoping for the best, and that's exactly what we've got. Our dogs aren't perfect, but they're happy and they're smiling and they're enjoying each day, and we're enjoying every day that we have with them. Come on. Come on. I know, it's so exciting, isn't it? It's so exciting. Look at you two. Yeah.
I'm Dr. Kate Adams and welcome to Bondi Pet, a new destination for pet health and well-being. Our site is filled with everything to fulfill your pet's needs so that you can make healthy choices for your pets.